Hello there, Nigel Pendleton here of the Royal Garden Appreciation Auxiliary at your service. Ha! I've come out here to beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Josh, good to see you.
Good to see you, Nigel.
Josh Grubauer of Poppy Yard Solutions.
How are you, sir?
Great to see you again.
Shall we do the salute?
Oh, of course. Are you ready? Do you remember it?
I think so.
1, 2, 3. Woo! Ah! Oh, good. Getting louder every time.
I try.
I noticed you brought the dump truck.
Nigel, I've got a gift for you. So here in Tucson, other desert landscape places, Albuquerque, El Paso, gravel is a huge part of front yards. It's simple and you can do lots of things with it. And I got a truckload for you. Have you ever driven a dump truck?
Have I ever? Why do people ask me that? I'm a Garden Appreciation Auxiliary enthusiast.
Well, you hear it running. Hop in there, buddy. Let's go do it.
Let's dump.
Let's do it. Xeriscaping to me is making a yard look great, beautiful, but require very little maintenance, next to zero. In the desert, people want gravel, typically. Low maintenance, high water tolerant plants. The house here, before we got here, had a couple big agave cactuses we removed, some volunteer trees, some gravel that was put in 10, 20 years ago, and it's been depleted through weathering, through who knows what, and we're gonna replenish the gravel. That way it looks fresh from the road and makes people want to stop in.
Oh.
All right, Nigel, when you're ready to dump, just hold the white button down.
Here come the rocks.
Let's do it. No!
What? Josh, you said it was the white button.
No.
Josh, you are embarrassing.
Nigel, this is the white button. We're at the wrong house. Our house is over here. All right, Nigel, let's let it rip.
Perfect.
Coming up, to fabric line under the rocks or not? What's the best way to keep weeds from growing in the rocks? Stay tuned.
Nigel, here you go. I think you know what I want you to do.
I've been shoveling for years.
Let's get it.
Where did you want this? Right next to that?
Yes, sir.
Josh, would you come here for just a second?
What's up, Nigel?
I don't mean to intrude on the job, but whenever I did rocks at Buckingham Palace, we always put down a fabric liner before we put the rocks down. And I've noticed there's no fabric liner.
Well, Nigel, if the queen wants liner, she deserves liner. But I have another solution for you. We offer a twice-a-year weed spray service, and where we go in twice a year, about every 5 or 6 months, and spray the yard completely with the pre-emergent. It's completely plant-friendly. We do ask that people leave their pets inside for about an hour and a half after we spray. That way it dries. Once it dissipates into the ground, it's completely harmless to the pets. As we're spreading the gravel, we want to try to keep about a 1 to 2 inch thickness throughout. That way it's uniform and everything kind of flows. Typical yards, they won't need more than 5 tons or so.
That's spread out nicely. Now, once installed, how much does that cost per year to maintain?
0.
That's what I'm talking about. Josh, this yard looks fabulous, but let's say hypothetically I wanted just a little more pop with no extra water.
I got something to show you. Let's go. Well, Nigel, here we are.
Ooh, look at that! Josh, it's amazing. Oh, and it feels good too.
Nigel, would you look at this little townhome? They have the dog. It's not a big yard, but they get a good area to play with them, and it's a zero landscape.
And zero water use.
That's right.
It's hard to tell the difference between this and the real thing.
Well, guess what? I hope you're ready. The Artificial Grass Challenge.
Coming up, Nigel is an expert gardener, but can he pass the artificial turf blindfold challenge, or will his senses deceive him? Stay tuned.
Well, Nigel, I want to make this official. I know you're very knowledgeable on plants, and I don't want you to have any idea where you are. Let's go.
Josh, mesquite, right there.
I've got to get some nose plugs for you, Nigel.
You're not gonna trick me. Pine tree! Pine tree!
So over the past 10 to 15 years, artificial turf has improved dramatically. The installation of the artificial turf is rather simple, but what you do is you give yourself a nice base material using like a quarter minus rock. That way it can drain, but also hold the levelness and the compaction that you put in under it. And then after that, you make it level, and then you put your turf down, nail around the edges, and then you use what's super important is an infill sand. And this could be pet friendly to help with the pet odors. Well, Nigel, here we are. Your first test. Take a kneel, have a feel. This is option number 1. Nigel, here we have option number 2. Take a kneel, have a feel. Let me see your hands.
Oh. Yes. Clearly this is just a longer Tiff Bermuda, like a hybrid.
Have a little turn, have a turn. Option 3, take a kneel, have a feel.
Oh, it's freshly watered. Yes, that's finely trimmed, very finely trimmed fescue. No, it's thistle. It's thistle. Next.
Take a kneel, have a feel.
All right. Oh, aha. Very convincing. Yes, you've even sprayed a little water on it to throw me off. Josh, numbers 1, 2, and 3, real grass. This right here, artificial turf. Tell me I'm wrong.
Nigel, you're wrong. On all of them.
Oh.
This is real grass.
Oh. Well, we sure saved some water today, didn't we?
We did.
And we sure had some fun xeriscaping.
We did.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Gosh darn, I could have, you got me.